Vier, fünf.
It's going.
Hi, welcome to Business Law. I'm Paul Sugden
And I'm Andrew Coleman.
And what we're going to do is why study law and business.
Why do we study law and business?
Yeah,
I'm an accountant. Do I need to know about law? No. I just need to know about figures. Don't bust over this. Thank you very much.
We will enlighten you because things can go horribly wrong, as we will see in this short video.
What's he building in there? What the hell is he building in there?
It had taken Enron 16 years to go from about 10 billion of assets to 65 billion of assets. It took them 24 days to go bankrupt.
What the hell?
Then,
you
now
need to step out of
let's
the
have
shot.
a look at these statistics. Because looking at these statistics, Enron was one of the best performing companies and it went bust in 2001. It was literally one of the biggest corporate collapses until the collapse in 2008.
Whoa. Why is it Enron's fault? What did they do wrong? They just simply, it's bad. It's just the economy. It's nothing to do with law. Why has it got,
Creative
Please explain.
creative accounting, spurious accounting that basically inflated the value of the company and gave an advanced value compared to what it actually was. Broke a whole pile of accounting rules, not let's mention legal.
So it was Enron, or was their accountants?
Their accountants were in on the act. Arthur Anderson, as we will see now in this short one. Can accountants make it snow?
Ooh, I don't see
And
any
a short
snow.
video just to entertain you.
Where's the snowman?
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Man, it doesn't show signs of stopping, and I've brought me some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow.
Now, as you can see, the failure to consider the legal consequences, you're just trying to look slim.
Ain't working.
The consequences to look about this is the failure of the legal consequences caused the collapse of a...
Whoa. They failed to consider legal consequences when doing their accounting. So what, they just didn't follow accounting standards? What was
They
the problem?
didn't follow correct accounting principles.
Right, and then
And
they did what?
they were basically overvaluing their assets, and they were saying that it was worth something on the basis of what would happen in the future, but then putting it down as the current value.
So
they're
they-
putting a
right,
future
right,
value
right.
as a current value.
So then, what was the bit about the snow? They were actually shredding documents.
Now this is the bit. They got tricky and suddenly realised that the only way to get rid of the evidence was to shred the documents.
Okay, so that's what they did. Not only did there were legal consequences by Enron in the sense of how they managed the company and allowed their accountants to basically
Behave.
fraudulently cook the books or,
Yes.
or whatever. And then when they were caught out, the second legal mistake, or if you like, is that they then shredded the documents, tried to destroy evidence so that they couldn't get caught. They got caught, and as a consequence of that, Arthur Anderson went from being a company that turned over 9.336 billion, is that right, to basically having virtually no assets, nothing.
And defunct.
Wow.
So 100 and whatever year old firm, kaput.
Wow. So they didn't follow best practices.
No. But can
Their
it
advertisements
only
have been wrong.
happen to accountants? Is it only about accountants? What about marketers?
This is pretty cool. I like this ad. This is a great ad. So Arthur Andersen's done the wrong thing, shredding documents, and here is this phone company trying to take advantage of their misfortune. What's the ad say? The partner rang and said, ship the Enron documents, and what did he?
To the feds.
Yep.
And his secretary said,
Rip the Enron documents.
to shreds.
Okay, it's classy. That's classy. That's good.
And it's all
Hanaway.
about
Yeah,
bad
it's
cellular.
Wow.
So can we make or take advantage of someone else's misfortune?
Well, that's what
and make
marketing's
an
all
ad?
about, isn't it? Isn't it sort of,
Yeah,
you know,
well,
we all know that marketers sort of
lie.
exaggerate. I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say exaggerate.
Yeah,
Or take,
well,
you know, it's just
yeah.
making fun out of someone's.
But it brings up a serious thing that
Which
look
is?
that there are big decisions.
Oh, okay.
Big decisions, double click, can have big consequences and damn big ramifications. Not just did it cause Enron to collapse, but it also caused Arthur Andersen to collapse. And the run-on effect was that it caused life insurance and superannuation firms to go belly up because they'd invested in the shares in Enron.
So that's
consequences.
a huge consequence for the society as a whole, rather than just the employees or just the clients of those two entities. You have companies like a superannuation fund who is basically investing for pensioners, investing for, say, even people who are being employed. So the people that are going to look forward to retirement, as well as retirees, have now lost money simply because the decision-making process in Enron and the decision-making process in Arthur Andersen
and the
failed to
decision-making process in their lawyers.
Yep, failed to take into account the legal consequences for their actions. Wow,
So,
that's pretty funny.
however, let's have a look at our last little bit. However, what have we got?
Yeah.
Is it just them? Do you drink coffee,
I
Andrew?
drink 10 cups of coffee a day. Probably
intravenous in the morning.
It's just like get it
Anything
down,
that gets
yeah.
you awake.
Ooh.
Ooh. Well,
I drink a lot of
have
coffee.
I got a
love
little
coffee. Yeah, I do.
story
Yeah.
for you.
Wow, look, I like premium coffee. I like good coffee.
Ah, then you're a McDonald's candidate.
Yep, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I love my coffee.
Well, let's have a chat about Stella.
Stella.
Stella Liebeck.
Yeah, what about
She went
Stella?
to McDonald's because she wanted a coffee. And she got not just 90 degree Fahrenheit coffee, but she also got 3-degree burns
Whoa.
when it spilt on her.
That's great value for you, $2.50.
I think it's wonderful.
You will $3.50.
$3.50. Oh, it's a phone.
Okay, we'll
Better
ignore that
switch it
phone.
off.
That's one tell. Well, no. So,
Now,
sorry,
So-
so Stella rocks
So-
up to this. What does she do? She rock up
she
to the
went
drive-in
up
or
to the
something?
drive-through,
Yep.
and then literally they handed her a coffee. It was too hot,
So it's spilt on her lap.
and she spilt it on her lap.
Righto.
And because she was 79 years of age, it went straight through, gave her 3-degree burns in 2 seconds flat.
Yeah, but look, coffee's hot. You know, it's going to happen. They must make, what, 1 million cups of coffee worldwide at McDonald's.
Yeah. Well,
they must make
McDonald's
huge
made
numbers of coffees every day.
2.7 million out of coffee in 2 days at this restaurant.
Well, okay, so let's assume that it was Stella's fault. They shouldn't have to pay anything. Well, then what will happen? I mean, she's just...
But why should she... Why... What is the norm for the temperature of coffee?
Got no idea.
And they were able to
Well, it tastes better at actually about 80 degrees centigrade, whatever that is.
Which turns out to be 160 degrees Fahrenheit.
So it was... They were serving it deliberately too hot, or with full knowledge that it was too hot?
Full knowledge that it was too hot, and they'd had 700 other times that people had got burnt by their coffee.
Ooh, they should have known that they could hurt people.
How many times do you have to know that your coffee's hot?
700 times.
Don't you like a good hot coffee?
So did Stella get any money out of this?
Stella sued. And Stella got 2.7 million, which is why we know that's how much it was selling in coffee in 2 days at this restaurant.
Wow.
Because they gave that as
Hang on,
damages.
did you just call McDonald's a restaurant?
Yeah, well, we will debate
He doesn't
that.
eat out much.
Fast food. Now, what was the consequence, though, is that ultimately they still had to spend, on appeal, $480,000 in compensation, plus lawyers' fees, plus her lawyers' fees.
So this
the last bit is small cost. How much is the cup of coffee?
Hang on, so okay, the cup of coffee might be $4.50, but in order to make the decision, from a managerial perspective, reduce the temperature of our coffee, that might cost whatever it goes through the board of directors. It would be a fraction of $480,000. And I mean, I think.
But notice. Our previous example showed large consequences, huge mega consequences, flow-on effects. But here, small cost, large consequences.
Okay.
So, why do we study business law? Because every business decision has a legal consequence. And what we're going to do in this course and the subsequent videos is we're going to look at negligence.
Which is what happened with Stella, that's right?
That's right. Well, that's what happened with Stella. And she had a contract.
She bought a cup of coffee. That's a contract. Even though it's like $2.50, it's still a contract.
Exactly.
And she didn't write it out, doesn't matter.
No.
It can be verbal.
Verbal, and it can be just evidenced by the receipt. So, we're going to look at...
Consumer protection, yeah. So when she sued, she could also, in Australia, sue under the consumer protection legislation as well. She could, yeah.
And she would have had a good time there too. Now, business structures. Who does she sue? Does she sue McDonald's International? Does she sue McDonald's, the local firm? Does she sue the partnership or the company that runs the little...
Or the actual
franchisee,
McDonald's employee that served the drink?
Or the person.
All right. So we look at business structures, yep.
And what about the directors that run McDonald's? Are they going to be liable for this?
Wow.
Should they be liable?
Okay.
So
we examine all these things?
These are all the inquiries that we will do in this course. And the aim behind all this is to make you realise that every business decision has a legal consequence, because we will say to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.